Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to IdeaDiary. Thanks for coming back and hanging out. I am just casually checking in on Sunday, and it's a Sunday show. So I've been collecting a list. I was trying to do 50 things, but I think let's just start out. I'm going to say this is 10 with a few extras. We'll see, but I'm trying to build a list for people to give them an idea for going either live every day or having a show every day. Podcast on YouTube, just normal podcast on different listening platforms. But every day, the feeling gets stronger and stronger that, posting social media as trying to sell without paying for ads, just using Facebook and Instagram as your social media it's becoming a little bit of a waste of time. And not in all situations. Obviously, there's some people that are rocking their Instagram page and they're rocking their Facebook page. But I'm talking about the average person that just cannot figure out how to sell their products and how to promote their businesses using those tools in a significant way. It's not that it has zero results or that it's bad in any sort of way, but a lot of normal people that I know can't really figure out how to get major sales using those platforms. And I think the reason why is because there's some sort of disconnect with just a quick post of posting an image or posting, a quick video. There's some sort of disconnect that's not really letting you connect your personality with a customer. And I'm sure if I tried to find all the reasons why, I could come up with some, but there definitely is some sort of, a lot of times I'll follow people and I don't really get a lot of their personality, and the kind of shadow banning that happens that Facebook does because they want you to purchase ads, where I could be following you and you could be posting all the time and I will never see it because they want you to pay to let your followers see what you're doing. And I think that's really happening because, I don't get a lot of things promoted in my feed for businesses and things. It's mostly just, people on vacation and people taking pics of their dogs and stuff like that. And it's usually the same people over and over again. And I'm friends with a ton of people. I don't know what's happening with Facebook, but I think the most valuable thing on Facebook right now is Facebook groups. However, even that has gotten a little boring. The problem with Facebook is that you're really just communicating with people you already know. It's not the greatest place for the average person trying to use Facebook to promote stuff. It's not the greatest place to meet strangers without paying for that. And Instagram, when the hashtags came along and it was really easy to kind of find people that were into the same thing you were into. So if you loved Iggy Pop, you go to the hashtag Iggy Pop and you could find a bunch of people making posts about Iggy Pop and then find a bunch of strangers. Or into hiking or into snacks or into whatever, vegan stuff. There was just all these, you could use the hashtags to fine tune who exactly you wanted to meet and who you wanted to follow. And that was great. But I see that fading away, or I see the interest in the average person to use Instagram just kind of dwindling. So I feel like Instagram's just going to be a bunch of people selling stuff to a bunch of people selling stuff. Which, that could be a good audience and a good place to find people. But, all the Instagram models and the Instagram people that have made huge businesses through Instagramming, I definitely appreciate it. I definitely think they deserve it. I definitely think it's good, but I don't know. I feel like things are changing. The world has changed when it comes to Facebook and Instagram, and I just don't feel like, obviously Facebook hasn't been the coolest thing in the world for a while, but Instagram, I wonder if that cool factor has faded away. And the TikTok was really fun, is pretty fun, is really easy. The content is like 100 times better in 2 seconds than Instagram content that you could make. However, there's the potential that TikTok's going to be banned, and then who's going to be the TikTok replacement? There's a couple people jumping ship to the replacements. And it's really funny and it's really fun, and I don't see, there are obviously good and bad things about every social media platform. But yeah, if TikTok's not even going to be a factor in something that people can use in America, then my brain has left the building when it comes to TikTok. So my focus is, if you're going to have a social media, you need to be super duper, what's the word? Just, you really want to show off yourself and show off your real personality, like what I'm doing here. I know this is not the most interesting show in the world, but I'm starting with a 15-minute show, and I'm doing it every day to work on my chops, and I'm having fun. I'm talking about whatever it is that's on my mind that day, and I'm fine-tuning a show. Eventually, I'm hoping it will be valuable and interesting and fun, and something that somebody wants to either listen to every day or, binge a couple of episodes once a week or whatever it is. And eventually, when I have some sort of like product of some kind, like a book or something weird, because I like to make weird stuff, and I can say, hey, I made this movie, go rent it on Amazon Prime, or hey, I wrote this book, go buy it on Amazon. All the things, Amazon owns everything, almost. I don't use Amazon for groceries. I totally creeped out about that. I try to order sodas, which I feel like is not a hard thing to mess up, and even that got messed up. So I'm not into the food delivery. I just can't. I'm sure it's totally fine, but my brain can't trust that yet. So other than that, Amazon's whatever. It's taken over a lot of businesses, but that's another story. My point is that if you're going to use social media for your business, for your personal brand, for your creative whatever, I think monetizing your social media and working on that is 100% the way to go. If you're not monetizing or have a plan to monetize, so I haven't turned on my ads for the podcast, but I'm going to once I'm still trying to figure out a few things, and I'm still learning, and I will be turning on the ads and see how that rolls. Once, I don't have any YouTube subscribers right now. We've got 35, and I think, I'm similar to Joe Rogan. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber necessarily, but I am using YouTube for the video aspect of the podcast, and I watch YouTube 8 hours a day, so I am trying to possibly connect with other like-minded people using YouTube. So that's kind of the social media aspect of YouTube that I'm using it for, to kind of meet like-minded people that are trying to take things to the next level. And we'll see how that goes. And if I ever get to the point where I do get enough subscribers and I do get enough watch time to turn on the YouTube ads, I'm certainly going to do it. I think YouTube's amazing. I'm not afraid. I don't think it's cheesy in any way whatsoever. I think all the celebrities are realizing that YouTube is where the money is, and they're all trying to jump on, especially since, the apocalypse hit. But I think we'll see. YouTube, as a lot of people think YouTube's dying, I kind of don't. I think YouTube, the exciting, weird stuff might be going away because they don't want, they want YouTube to be family friendly and all that stuff. So there might be some aspects of YouTube that do go away, but there are ways around that. Cussing isn't the biggest thing in the world. It's not the most creative thing in the world. We'll see how the YouTube debacle stuff and the adpocalypse and whatever, how that unfolds. But YouTube's here. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm using it. And I'm using, making a podcast with ads. And then I'm going to eventually add Medium to my social media that I'm monetizing. My problem is writing is, out of all the skills that I have, writing is my weakest skill. So it's just I've got to plan a little bit more and get a little bit solid on how Medium is going to work for me in a consistent way, because, writing is a little bit more difficult just for me. If it's easy for you, you should be doing Medium articles like crazy right now. Stop what you're doing. Go do it. Join Medium. Write something every day. Another thing I'm going to add is Gumroad products. So my hope is to I have all these kind of worksheet ideas that will help with productivity and just dreaming and idea building and whatever. So I'm going to be adding some worksheets hopefully soon, and I'm going to test out Gumroad. So Gumroad is like a Shopify, so it's an e-commerce store, but kind of with a focus on digital products. And I'm going to test out that. And anyways, I want to promote people starting a podcast, at least, because you don't have to add video. You can just do it with voice. So you don't have to get fancy with anything. You can just turn on a microphone and start talking to people, to meet like-minded people, to people to sell products, to people to sell services, to people just to, be a part of the world, and using the internet to show off your personality. I think it's really important. So, show ideas to go live every day. I want to have a list of 50, and eventually we'll make that happen. But let's just start with a few, and I'll keep this list in the description of the show, so you can always copy and paste and just start making your own list of ideas that are unique to you. So the first thing that people are doing is news. Just pick a couple of news articles that are relevant to you and are interesting to you or funny, just whatever it is to you. Just kind of report the news based on your personality. The second one is just to improv, improv as an actor, as a comedian, as a whatever. I think improving 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day could really work on some chops when it comes to talking into a microphone and just riffing. Number 3, tips. Just give whatever it is that give some tips. And you can start with 1 tip a day with a 2-minute video and see how it goes. I think committing to a video a day is probably where it's at if you're not good. If you're good already, you probably don't need to go every day. You can probably make something entertaining once a week or 3 times a week or something like that. Okay, number 4 is write a song a day. and perform it. I've seen people do this, and it's insanity. However, if you could do it, you should definitely do it because it's real cute. Number 5 is have a round table. So you could find one friend or 5 friends, however many friends you want, and have kind of a YouTube live round table where y'all talk about and discuss about whatever it is you're into. Comics, movies, books, just whatever, a million different things, but round tables are really good. Plus, someone else might have an audience and you don't, and you're bringing value to the round table by your thoughts and ideas and things you're talking about. But maybe you're bringing an audience with you, so everyone's kind of benefiting and learning about new people. Okay, number 6, audiobook. So, not to take someone's copyright, but you could find some public domain audiobooks and read them. You could write your own book and read a chapter a day or a page a day. Just kind of think, how can I make this experience an audiobook? If you're a writer, if you're into books, I feel like there's a way. I don't know. I think we're at a 15-minute show. So I'm going to stop at the 6. I've got some more. I will keep the list going, and I guess that's it for today. And have a great Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow. I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just going to play the music.